Logitech 1094, I think. Logitech 1094. Yeah, it sounds good. Good morning. It's sorry, that wasn't not excited to be awake this early right now. I have to be up this morning because they're coming to drain the entire apartment building of water just for my landlady and my radiators. They've got to do some work on my landlady's radiators. They're going to add a Robinets. What would you call that in English? Not a faucet, I guess a handle, controller. Why is this so hard? I need that coffee to be done already. They're coming to do some work today, and I gotta be available and monitoring that work. Thankfully, I don't have to watch them drain the water from the entire building. I don't know what the story is with that, but my landlady has requested that I go and just kind of monitor what they're doing in her apartment. So probably gonna move my computer in there, get some work done. No idea how long that's gonna take today. I have no idea what the day looks like. I'm kind of a prisoner to time, but thankfully, my guardian told me that she would handle getting them started. So I was able to come back in here and make coffee. They weren't even here yet. They weren't here on time. So that's not a great start. It's kind of to be expected, considering that yesterday was July 14th and everybody was out late. But aside from that, hold on. So distracting to make coffee while talking to the camera. But aside from that, we should be good to go. I'll come back. I'll be back shortly once coffee has graced my lips. And before my coffee's even done brewing, it sounds like they've already screwed it up because apparently the guy who came to check things out mismeasured and they have the wrong size robinet. I gotta just look up what the word robinet is. Like when you turn this is a real problem. I'm not making this up. It's a handle. It's not a handle. It's kind of like a thermometer, I guess. You change the thermometer. You're opening and closing the radiator thermometer. Just to gauge the temperature, the heat. Not thermometer, thermostat. Okay, well I gotta go talk to these guys and I'll be right back. I should have come up here to watch the show last night. I was thinking. I did go out and see a little bit of the show. Can't see it from where I live, but she can see it from where she lives. And felt pretty good. I mean, she has a pretty killer view, obviously. But I don't normally have a key to come up here, and I didn't really think about asking to come up here. So now I'm like, well, duh, that would have been smart. I did go out a little bit, and it made me really happy to be here. I only saw a little bit of the fireworks. Like I kind of just stood there and watched until I was like, okay, that's enough, and then left. But part of the reason that I didn't want to go watch the fireworks, and something that I didn't really share yesterday, because I was still kind of thinking through it, and I wasn't really fully, I was aware of it, but I hadn't fully processed it, was there's just an increased sense of loneliness sometimes, and an increased sense of isolation right now for me, which is a little bit difficult to fully explain. I think part of it's distance from family, especially with my family, struggling on a couple of notes right now. It's not easy or fun to be away from them and to be so far away. So I had a good call with my dad yesterday after I got done filming, which helped me a little bit, and that's why I was encouraged to go outside. Because I was like, okay, yeah, it was just helpful to talk to my dad for a minute. And then there's just some relational stuff here and having friends away and traveling, and I don't know, just it's hard to fully explain via the vlog, because some of it's kind of delicate, I suppose, but there's something about going out into a crowd when you're feeling that way and seeing people with friends and family, or just seeing people in general, especially, this is gonna sound weird, but especially seeing Paris is full of beautiful women, and it doesn't usually bother me at all. Paris, that's not the right way to word that. Paris is full of beautiful women, and it doesn't usually really even register with me anymore. Like the metro for my daily commute is full of more beautiful women than you would see in an average week where I come from. No knock to where I come from, but it's just Paris. It's insane. But on a day like that, when you're feeling extra lonely and you don't really want to be around crowds and so forth, I don't know, it can also kind of heighten that sense of the singleness loneliness as well. So there's multiple facets of loneliness. There's the distance from family, distance from friends, singleness, but also this increasing isolation that I've felt because of the growing, the growing micro fame, I guess is what you could call it. Kind of steadily stumbling towards being famous in a small way, and maybe someday being so in a bigger way, adds a level of isolation that I'm prepared for it. But it's something that's there and that's real, and that I just need to learn how to deal with and to lean into it. It's just reality. It's part of it. So that was also kind of affecting me the last week a little bit in some kind of weird and unexpected ways. And yeah, just processing all of that. So that's part of why I didn't want to go out last night. I did end up putting one fireworks thing on my story because I figured, you know what, I'm here, I'll just do one. But then I just wanted to stand there in the crowd and enjoy it. And I did feel a lot better. Like I said, after talking with my dad, I felt like, you know what, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna enjoy this. And I was happy, and I was really, really happy to be in Paris, to be here for the 14th of July, to be able to experience it with a group of people, you know, even if it's random strangers. It's just so nice to just, I don't know, see fireworks over the Eiffel Tower. I'm so lucky to be here. I'm so fortunate. Everything is really, really good. Doesn't exempt me from feeling lonely sometimes, or from struggling or feeling sad occasionally. But just because I was feeling a little bit sad and lonely, single and far from family, doesn't mean that I, you know, can't also really appreciate being here in Paris and just be generally happy. So you can also see all of the, I don't know, for those of you that were tracking back when my landlady was here, all of the furniture coverings that we made out of bed sheets, which is kind of fun to see all these still stretched out all over the place. Random memories. Okay, I'm gonna be sitting here working all day. I have no idea. I just met the guy. He seems nice. He's going to be up here adding controls, roaming, like thermostats. Let's just call them thermostats. He's going to be adding thermostats to all the radiators. And that's what I'll be doing here, is working on my computer and watching him work, I guess, as requested by my landlady. I don't know. I'll check in with you in a little bit. Ah oui, un petit peu là. And it's finished. The Fête des Robinets is over, finally. At long last, we have it done. It was quite the crazy, like, drama-free situation. I know that's weird to say. It's been on the calendar for a long time. I've been a little bit stressed out because my landlady's been stressed out and she wanted me to oversee everything. And so I'm really glad that it went without a hitch. The guy that helped, super professional. It was great. Everything's done, and I finally have a robinet on my radiator, which is amazing because I've never been able to control the temperature in my room. It's just been full blast heat during the winter, which sucks because, especially now that I've got the cloud, like all the heat just goes straight up there and it's like, I can't control this. I'm just toasty and there's nothing to do but open the window. Anyways, that is a great relief. I'm so glad to have that done. So now I'm gonna work some more. I got a lot of work done. I was gonna go have dinner with Paul tonight, my buddy Paul, who's one of the owners of Bike About Tours, but he has asked if we could reschedule, which is unfortunate. So we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow I can't, because tomorrow I'm gonna be going to a dress rehearsal for a play at a hidden amphitheater in Montmartre. If you didn't know, there's actually an outdoor amphitheater in Montmartre that you can't usually access. I have a friend who's putting on a play there this week. I'm gonna go check it out. If you wanna go see that play, I'll be giving you details about that tomorrow and probably after that as well, but it could be cool. A little bit of Shakespeare in Montmartre. Sounds great to me. So that's what's going on tomorrow. I gotta decide what to do with my evening. I've been very productive today, feeling a little bit stir crazy. Also haven't eaten enough today. I think I ate some fruit. Oh yeah, and then I had like some Chinese food for lunch. It's not enough. I'm gonna have to figure this out. But in the meantime, I could go for a run as well. You see, this is really a very good, productive, but kind of stir crazy day. I'll get back to you. I decided I'm going for a run, but first I've got to deliver Prushan's new luggage to his mom. It's important. He's got to have it. And I'm back and showered and better than ever. Tomorrow is going to be a very busy day. This week's got a lot coming up. Kind of excited for most of it. Some of it, I just want to sleep. I'm generally excited for most of it. I'm looking forward to the rest of the week. I am going to try and get to bed at a more reasonable hour tonight and keep getting up earlier. It's one of the big goals I have for the week. I definitely feel better when I, sleep. And getting up earlier, going to bed earlier does help with the productivity, and I want to keep that going. Also, two things. One, Nolan, thanks for the beard oils. I'm trying them out, and I'm hoping that they help with the, skin and beard health. I think that'll be fantastic. The other thing is, when I was in Berlin, I went to the barn, got their coffee. This Danby Udo, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly or not, but the Danby Udo, oh my goodness, it's so delicious and it's so strong. I barely can finish. I have pretty much 1 cup of this, if that, most of a cup, and I'm good. I'm really definitely good for the day, and it's so delicious. Just wanted to share that. Really good. That's what I was making this morning. If you're curious what I'm drinking, it's an Ethiopian. Phenomenal. So good. Okay, so did not mean to drop that all the way to the floor. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning because I got to get back to work here a little bit, and I'm just gonna grind away for another couple of hours. maybe watch the rest of Kill Bill. I started it last night and went to bed instead of finishing it. And then go to bed, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for, whatever it is that's coming tomorrow. It'll be good, I'm sure. And I'll see you for that. Good night.